I'm going to show you how to make nut flour and nut butters at home much more quickly and much less expensively than what you can buy at the grocery store. And there's also no chance of hidden ingredients in this nut butter. There's not going to be any sugar added. These are raw almonds that we have bought from the bulk bins at our local grocery store. They are unsalted and they are not roasted. I'm going to add about 2 cups to a food processor. You don't want to use more than about 2 cups of raw nuts at once when you're making nut butter because most food processors are not strong enough to grind more than that. We're going to pulse this several times until the nuts reach the consistency of coarse sand. So this is almost ready. The pieces are still a little large, so we're going to continue pulsing this a little bit longer. This is ready. This has turned into almond meal. All the pieces are about the same size and it's the texture of coarse sand. At this stage, it's ready to use for baking. We're going to take this one step further and we're going to turn this into almond butter. You want to grind these at full speed until it begins to turn into almond butter. Make sure you scrape the sides of the food processor bowl several times to make sure that all of the dry pieces of the almond meal are reaching the blade. Continue grinding until it reaches a smooth butter. Okay, we have smooth almond butter. You can see that it's sticky, it's smooth, there's no large pieces or hard crunchy chunks of almonds left. So here we have macadamia nuts. These are raw, again, and unsalted macadamia nuts. You make macadamia nut butter the same way that you make almond butter, but the nice thing about it is that it'll go much quicker because of the higher fat content. This is a jar that I made earlier, and it's also more liquid and even more smooth than the almond butter. Macadamia nut butter is used in many ketogenic recipes, especially for higher ratios. They have a higher fat content and their flavor is fairly neutral, so they don't taste that overpowering when they're included in other baked items. I also like to store nut butters in these mason jars. These are very inexpensive jars and you can buy them at almost every grocery store for about $10 for 12 of them. So if you would like to make macadamia nut flour, we can use this small rotary cheese grater. It's actually really fun and it's quick and easy too, and it produces a very fine macadamia nut flour. It is super fine and it's super light and it's used in many different ketogenic recipes. One of my daughter's all-time favorite recipes is Macadamia Nut Waffles. You can use the macadamia nut flour or you could use the macadamia nut butter to make waffles. All it is an egg, some macadamia nut butter, some coconut oil, and you could even add some frozen blueberries for added sweetness. You would never know the difference between a ketogenic waffle and a regular waffle.